I have a question. Are you a judge? You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction, okay? No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Or
I
you may
object. I
walk
will
a
not be
fast
paying
checker
any fine.
charge into the
I will not be
44th
paying
District
any fine.
Court. Please don't interrupt the courts.
This judge completely shuts down a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen during a Zoom court hearing, and it's definitely one worth watching. The defendant was in court because he ran a red light, and the officer who witnessed it showed up to testify. Under traffic law, that alone usually settles the case. But this defendant kept making strange, baseless arguments that were hard not to laugh at. Let me know what you think of this hearing, and if you enjoy videos like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Let's jump in.
You are Anthony Winston Mathis?
No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust.
Very well, Mr. Mathis. Today's the date and time for your informal hearing. The citation before the court, Mr. Mathis, indicates that on May the 24th of this year at approximately 9 p.m., you are operating a 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, on 11 Mile Road, air near Washington, in the city of Royal Oak. And at that place and time, you committed the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Impeding traffic, sir, is considered a lesser included offense within nearly any moving violation. And Officer Moran indicates in his detailed note that your vehicle was on East 11 Mile Road at Washington and disobeyed the traffic signal. The officer had a green arrow and therefore driver had a red light. Mr. Mathis, you have three options and three options only, sir, in the protection of your own rights. You may, sir, admit responsibility in this matter. The court will attach the scheduled fine and that will close the case. Or, Mr. Mathis, you may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates these circumstances, or you have every right to deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take testimony. What would you like the court to do for you today?
Well, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
The court does mind. You need to make a plea. I am required by
No,
law.
I don't plead to anybody. I only plead to the Most High. Who are you?
I am Magistrate William Urick, P43273. I am a sworn judicial officer of this district. We are here for your informal hearing that you requested. This court is required by law, procedure, and court rule to take a plea. The motorist requesting this informal hearing, that being you, must make such a plea. You may admit responsibility in this matter.
I don't plead to anybody but God.
You may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take proofs. What would you have the court do for you today?
I don't plead to anybody.
Very
So I
well.
have a question.
Officer Moran and Mr. Mathis, please raise your right hands.
I do have a question.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much.
Before we get into the officer's testimony, I have to say, this judge is quickly becoming one of my favorites to watch. He's calm, direct, and refuses to get pulled into unnecessary debates. He simply listens, waits, and moves on. Honestly, that's the best way to handle someone who's determined to argue about things that don't make sense. Watching him stay steady and composed is impressive. What do you think of the judge's approach so far? Let's get back to the hearing.
Magistrate, on May 24, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer Moran, was in the area of East 11 Mile in Washington when I observed 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, with Michigan plate Edward John Lincoln 6501. I was at the light at East 11 in Washington when I had the green arrow to turn. That vehicle then proceeded through the light. As I looked up at the traffic light, that light was red for that.
Is that correct?
I did, Magistrate, at that
And
time.
that's based on your discretion, your training, and your experience.
It is.
Thank you. You obviously have the right to rebuttal if you choose to use it, Officer Moran. Mr. Mathis, it is now your turn. What would you like the court to know, sir?
So I have a question. Are you a judge?
Mr. Mathis, the court has already indicated It is a sworn judicial officer. It is exercising its jurisdiction lawfully over you. So questioning the court's authority is,
you don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction. Okay.
Mr. Mathis, the officer has already testified as to the facts of the case. It is now your turn to testify. You can tell the court anything you wish the court to know, focusing solely on the events of the date in question. What would you like to tell the court?
The plaintiff is the city of Royal Oak. Please bring the city of Royal Oak. Where's the city of Royal Oak?
At one point, the defendant insists the judge has no authority over him. If that's what he truly believes, it's confusing why he even showed up. This argument always falls apart the moment someone walks into the courtroom, because traffic violations clearly fall under the court's authority, especially in a case like this. The sovereign citizen mindset seems to be growing lately, and I honestly can't tell if some people really believe these ideas or if they're just trying to avoid responsibility. Let me know what you think, but let's continue.
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak, sir.
Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Are you asking where it is geographically, or
Where's
are you asking where it is in
right
terms
now
of who's present on behalf of the city of Royal Oak?
Where is the city of Royal Oak? Please bring the
Court
city.
doesn't understand your question. Are you asking where it is on a map, or where is the officer?
No, I know exactly where it is on the geographic location, but where are they right now?
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak as a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer. So what else would you like to tell the court, Mr. Mathis? And please, again, the court suggests that you focus on the events of the date in question.
Okay. Well, could you please bring forth the injured party? Was anybody injured?
This is not a tort case, Mr. Mathis. It is a case written
Well,
under the vehicle code
as I
of the
was
city of
traveling,
Royal Oak as it is adopted.
as I was traveling, the officer turned on the lights. No one was injured. So please bring forth the injured party. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment right, I have a right to face my accuser. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's fair.
Michigan law makes it clear traffic violations, like running a red light, are considered public safety offenses, not actions against individual people. That means you don't need a victim to bring the case forward. The state acts as a plaintiff because running a red light puts everyone on the road at risk. I'm not sure where the defendant got his information, but it definitely didn't line up with how the law works. Back to the hearing.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
Please bring forth the injured party. If you can't bring forth the injured party, then this needs to be dismissed now.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
You guys can't bring anyone forward as far as the injured party. No one was injured. You guys
Mr. Mathis, I will ask you one more time. The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak. This is not a case alleging physical harm or breach of contract.
Why are you trying to charge me?
This is a civil case
Why are you trying
under
to
the Motor
charge
Vehicle
me?
Code as it was decriminalized in 1979. This is a civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. The officer has testified as to what he observed, and it is now your turn to testify as to what occurred. There is no requirement under the rules of procedure, civil, in this operation as of today, that requires a quote unquote injured party to be present. The officer has stated very clearly and fairly and plainly what he observed that day. So as to your testimony related to the date in question, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, it isn't. If you guys can't bring any injured party,
Very
no
well.
one injured. You guys are
Officer Moran, any rebuttal testimony?
No rebuttal testimony.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mathis, the burden of proof in a civil case is a mere preponderance of the evidence. The officer, a duly sworn and certified Michigan peace officer, jurisdiction, has put his testimony forward. There is nothing in the record that has rebutted any of it. Therefore, the court is finding you responsible for the citation as it was written. The fine for that serves $175. That is payable through the pay portal on the 44th District Court website, or you may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir. You may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court at 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That's due within 7 days, Mr. Mathis. If you take exception to the court's ruling, you may post a bond in the amount of $175 within 7 days, and the matter will be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the Chief Judge of the District, and at that time, the City of Royal Oak would be represented by a city.
So, what do you think about the $175 fine? Personally, I think it was fair. The judge stayed focused on the facts and the law, and didn't entertain any of the off-topic arguments. In Michigan, violations like this are civil infractions, not criminal charges, and the fines are designed to promote public safety. The defendant's claims might make sense in his own imagination, but they don't hold up in a real courtroom. To be honest, a part of me wishes the judge had held him in contempt because of how disruptive he was. Judges can do that when someone disrespects the court or constantly interrupts the process, and this defendant definitely pushed those limits. It would have been interesting to see if the judge decided to go that route. Do you think the judge should have been tougher on him, or was the fine enough? One last thing, the confidence this man had in his arguments was surprising. I'm curious what you think. Was he truly convinced by what he was saying, or was he pretending to avoid accountability? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I appreciate all of you for sticking around, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.